Hello viewers, we are going to start today's lecture with the presentation on phenols. We have already covered two portions of phenol in the earlier presentations. In the present lecture, we are going to discuss the acidic properties of phenol, and we are also going to discuss some of the electrophilic substitution reactions shown by phenol and related molecules. The outline of today's lecture is the reactions due to acidic nature of phenol. Under this category, we will discuss four reactions. One is the formation of phenoxide, the other is formation of ester, then formation of ether, and the reaction of phenol with ferric chloride. Then the next reaction shown by phenol is electrophilic substitution reaction. Under this category, we are going to discuss today nitration, nitrosation, halogenation, sulfonation, Friedel-Crafts alkylation, and Friedel-Crafts acylation. In the earlier lecture, as you already know, we have discussed the acidic nature of phenol, and we have discussed just how acidic are phenols, like they are less acidic than carboxylic acid and they are more acidic than alcohols. So, in today's lecture, basically we are going to discuss various properties shown by phenols, and these properties have been categorized into three categories. In the first category, we are going to discuss the reaction where oxygen hydrogen bond breaks, and these properties of phenol are due to the acidic nature of phenol. Then the second part or second category of reaction is given by the phenol, in which phenol show electrophilic substitution reaction, and then the third part or third category of reaction shown by phenol is the oxidation and reduction of phenol molecules. So, first of all, we will start with the reactions of phenol due to its acidic nature, and in that category, first of all, the reaction of phenol with sodium hydroxide. The phenol being weakly acidic, it reacts with strong bases like sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide or sodium metal and forms phenoxide, which is soluble in water. Actually, here you can see that we are using phenol which becomes soluble the moment we add it into water molecule, and then when we add sodium hydroxide, it forms sodium phenoxide, which is soluble in water. And this test, this basically reaction of phenol with sodium hydroxide can be used as a test of presence of phenol in a mixture, because if we have a mixture having phenol and carboxylic acid will form effervescences with sodium carbonate, whereas phenol will not react with sodium carbonate, sodium bicarbonate. The reason being the phenol is less acidic than carboxylic acid. We have discussed this point in the earlier lecture in detail. Here in this slide, phenols are reacting with ethanoyl chloride or benzoyl chloride or ethanoic anhydride. In all the three cases, there is formation of ester. Basically, here phenol is acting as a base, and we are using acid here in the form of its anhydride or acid chloride, and they form ester. Formation of this methyl ester with ethanoyl chloride and formation of phenyl benzoate with benzoyl chloride. Similarly, here in case of reaction of phenol with ethanoic anhydride, we get phenyl ethanoate as the product. Now, the mechanism of formation of ester starting from phenol involves the attack of lone pair of electron present on oxygen of phenol on the carbonyl carbon of the acid chloride and formation of this protonated product, from which proton is relieved and this chloride minus sign also goes off, and there is formation of phenyl acetate. This is an example of nucleophilic substitution reaction. When phenol reacts with benzoyl chloride, then the reaction is called Schotten-Baumann reaction, which we have already discussed in the earlier slide here. This reaction is called Schotten-Baumann reaction. Now, when we look at the esterification reaction of phenol with aliphatic it has been found that esterification of phenol is slower as compared to alcohols. We have already discussed esterification reaction with alcohols and have found that if we compare the two, that is phenol and alcohol, phenol undergo esterification slower. The reason behind it is the less nucleophilicity of the oxygen of phenol. Here you can see that oxygen of phenol has a lone pair of electron which delocalizes with the pi electron cloud of benzene ring. As a result, the positive charge develops over the oxygen. Development of positive charge means less nucleophilicity, and that is why the reaction is slower. Now, if we compare it with that of alcohol, you can see here that the negative charge on alkoxide ion is reinforced because of the presence of the alkyl group, which is electron releasing, and that is why nucleophilicity of oxygen here is much more as compared to nucleophilicity of oxygen in case of phenol, and that is the reason why esterification reactions are slower in case of phenol as compared to alcohols. We will now discuss the reaction of phenol with alkyl halides or haloalkanes and dimethyl sulfate. When the phenol reacts with either alkyl halide or dimethyl sulfate, it forms ether, and the reaction is called Williamson ether synthesis. As you can see here, sodium phenoxide reacting with haloalkane and forms the methyl or alkyl ether over here. The formation of sodium phenoxide is possible because when we put this phenol in water, then it forms the phenoxide ion very easily, and then it reacts with alkyl halide, generates this. This again is an example of nucleophilic substitution reaction, but it has been found that if alkyl halide is a primary alkyl halide or a methyl halide, then the reaction is fast or reaction leads to the formation of ether, otherwise the products are different. Now, the question arises, why and what are the other products formed? If you look back at alcohols, we had discussed that when it is a secondary or a tertiary alkyl halide, then there is a possibility of elimination instead of substitution. And here also the same thing happens, that if we are using methyl chloride or methyl halide, then methyl ether will be formed. If we use a primary alkyl halide, then also ether will be formed. But the moment we use a secondary or a tertiary alkyl halide here, then there is a possibility of elimination instead of substitution. Here we have some examples in which phenol is reacting with methyl chloride in presence of sodium hydroxide, forming methoxybenzene or a methyl ether of phenol. Similarly, here it is reacting with ethyl bromide and forming ethoxybenzene or ethyl ether of phenol. Both these reactions come under the category of Williamson ether synthesis. When phenol reacts with dimethyl sulfate in presence of base, ether is formed, but the reaction is not called the Williamson ether synthesis. When the reaction of phenol is done with nitrohalobenzene, this reaction is called Ullmann reaction, and ortho and para substituted chlorobenzene undergo this reaction faster. The question again arises, why? Why ortho and para nitrochlorobenzene form this product easily, but if instead of nitro group we have some electron releasing group, then the reaction becomes difficult. The reason again here is the nitro group is electron withdrawing and makes the carbon chlorine bond weaker, and there is formation of this ether by aromatic nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now, the reaction of phenol with ferric chloride. When phenol reacts with ferric chloride, it forms a violet colored complex, and this reaction is used as a test for the detection of phenolic functional group in organic compounds. So, with this we have discussed all the properties of phenol, where phenol acts as acid or where acidic oxygen hydrogen bond in phenol is broken to generate a product. Now, we are going to discuss the electrophilic substitution reaction shown by phenol molecule. Now, first of all, we will discuss why in the first place phenol reacts or phenol forms substitution products. The reason is that here you can see the oxygen on phenol, in case of phenol, is sp3 hybridized, and two of its sp3 hybrid orbitals have lone pair of electron. Now, these lone pair of electron delocalize with the pi electron cloud of benzene ring. As a result, there is formation of electron density at this position, and at this position. These positions are called ortho and para position. That is why if the delocalization of electron produces or makes ortho and para positions of phenol more electronegative, obviously phenol will direct the incoming electrofield at ortho and para position, and that is why in all the reactions which we are going to discuss after this, you will see that substitution in case of phenol takes place at ortho position or para position. The electrophilic substitution reaction which we are going to discuss here are nitration, nitrosation, halogenation, sulfonation, Friedel-Crafts alkylation and Friedel-Crafts acylation. First of all, we will discuss nitration of phenol. As you already know, nitration requires nitric acid. It has been found that when phenol is treated with dilute nitric acid at around 25 degrees centigrade, there is formation of orthonitrophenol and paranitrophenol. Now, how are we going to separate the two? For the separation, a very simple method is steam distillation of the mixture of ortho and paranitrophenol. Actually, orthonitrophenol is steam volatile, whereas paranitrophenol is not. The reason behind it is the association shown by orthonitrophenol and paranitrophenol. In this particular slide, you can see that paranitrophenol is associated to each other with the help of intermolecular hydrogen bonding, whereas in case of orthonitrophenol, it is the intramolecular hydrogen bonding which is present in this particular case. Now, when the molecule has intramolecular hydrogen bonding, the molecule will be in monomolecular state. That is why orthonitrophenol is steam volatile, whereas here in case of paranitrophenol, large number of paranitrophenol molecules are associated together, and as a result they are less volatile. For polynitration of phenol, mixture of orthonitro and paranitrophenol is nitrated again, so that it forms 2,4-dinitrophenol, which upon further nitration forms 2,4,6-trinitrophenol. This is also called picric acid. But all these reactions actually are provide very poor yield, because there is a possibility of large losses due to oxidation. And that is why another method for the preparation of picric acid is adopted, in which first phenol is sulfonated, and then after sulfonation nitration is done, and then desulfonation or removal of sulfonate group by the nitro group is done, replacement of sulfonate group by nitro group is done. Look here in this particular slide, we are starting from phenol. First of all, the molecule is treated with sulfuric acid, so that there is formation of ortho-hydroxybenzene sulfonic acid and para-hydroxybenzene sulfonic acid. The two molecules are then nitrated. Ortho-hydroxybenzene sulfonic acid gets nitro group at this and this position, whereas the para-hydroxybenzene sulfonic acid gets nitration at position 2 and 6. Now, upon further treatment with nitric acid, there is formation of picric acid. So, the picric acid produced by this method is in good yield compared to the earlier method we had discussed. Orthonitro and paranitrophenol very good yield commercially by the reaction of orthonitrochlorobenzene and paranitrochlorobenzene with sodium hydroxide in under reduced pressure. This method is used for the preparation of commercial preparation of nitrophenol, orthonitrophenol and paranitrophenol, because the usual normal nitration of phenol produces very low yields. We will now discuss the mechanism of nitration of phenol. It has been found that when phenol undergoes nitration, the yield under normal conditions is very poor, but if we use nitrous acid with nitric acid, then the yields are good. And because of this reason, it has been decided, or it has been found with the help of evidences it has been found that phenol is first converted to para-nitrosophenol, and then para-nitrosophenol is oxidized by nitric acid to para-nitrophenol. Pure para-nitrophenol can be prepared in very good yield by this method. The ether of orthonitrophenol and para-nitrophenol actually have two series of compound, or have we can say that phenol form two series of ethers, one which are colorless and the other one are colored. You can see here that this colorless ether has a benzenoid structure, whereas this colored ether has a quinoid structure. Now, if we look at the stability of the two structures, we can very easily find out, or we can say that the colorless benzenoid structure is much more stable than the colored quinoid structure of ether. Now, we will discuss the nitrosation in phenol. Nitrosation again is an example of electrophilic substitution reaction. The difference here is only the generation of nitrosonium ion, and this generation of nitrosonium ion is done with the help of reaction of nitrous acid with concentrated sulfuric acid. Formation of NO plus or nitrosonium cation is first takes place, and then this cation is attacked by pi electron cloud of benzene ring. Formation of para-nitrosophenol takes place, which tautomerizes to yellow crystals of para-benzoquinone monooxime. Nitrosonium ion generated here is a weak electrophile as compared to nitronium ion in case of nitration, and that is the reason that nitrosation takes place only in the molecules or compounds which have activated groups like phenol, like aniline, which have activated hydroxy or amino group. These compounds only undergo nitrosation reaction. Now, we will discuss the halogenation of phenols. Phenols undergo chlorination when treated with chlorine, and since we already know that phenols are ortho and para directing, so we get orthochlorophenol here and parachlorophenol here, as a mixture of the two is formed. When phenol is treated with bromine in water, or we can say when phenol is treated with bromine water, there is formation of 2,4,6 tribromophenol, and this particular reaction, that is bromination of phenol, is used for the quantitative estimation of phenol in laboratory. Phenol, when treated with bromine in presence of carbon disulfide, which is a non-polar solvent, then it has been found carbon disulfide or carbon tetrachloride, then it has been found that we get a mixture of orthobromophenol and parabromophenol. The amount of parabromophenol is much more as compared to orthobromophenol, or in other words we can say that parabromophenol is the major product of the reaction and orthobromophenol is the minor product of the reaction. The reason behind this is the steric hindrance shown at the ortho position. That is why ortho product is produced in less amount. Now, we will discuss why tribromination takes place when we are using polar solvent like water. You can see here what happens when we are using water. The phenol gets ionized to phenoxide ion, this which has a strong plus R effect. As a result, it makes the ortho and para position of phenol highly activated, and the second reason is the electrophilicity of bromine increases because of the polar solvent. So, more electrophilicity of electrophile and more polarity, or you can say the more negative charge present on the ortho and para positions of phenol. As a result, tribromination takes place when we are using a polar solvent with bromine. When bromine is used with less polar solvent or non-polar solvent like carbon disulfide and carbon tetrachloride, it has been seen that monobromination takes place. The reason behind it is that phenol exists as free phenol, that is PHOH, which is less activated than the phenoxide ion as discussed in the earlier slide. Second reason is the hydroxy group or OH group exhibits minus I effect, which competes with the plus R effect of the OH group, and also in non-polar solvent the bromine is relatively less electrophilic, and that is the reason behind the monobromination of phenol in case of non-polar solvent. If we want to prepare orthobromophenol, the method will be a bit more tedious, because as we have already discussed, if we use a polar solvent then we get tribromophenol, if we use a non-polar solvent then we get parabromophenol as the major product. But if we want to prepare orthobromophenol, then we will have to use a specialized method in which the other positions will be protected by sulfonate group. Like in this particular case, phenol first reacts with sulfuric acid and forms this sulfonic acid groups or substitutes these sulfonic acid groups at ortho and para positions. As a result, we are left with only one ortho position. Now, when this compound is treated upon with bromine in sodium hydroxide, then this position gets brominated, followed by the boiling of the compound in presence of acid results in the removal of the sulfonic acid group and formation of orthobromophenol. So, if we want to prepare orthobromophenol in good yield, a specialized method is used for the purpose. We will now discuss the sulfonation of phenols. When phenol is treated upon with sulfuric acid, sulfonation takes place. Now, sulfonation is an example of electrophilic substitution reaction, but this depends on temperature. That is, if we undergo the reaction at low temperature of about 25 degrees centigrade, then it has been found that we get orthobenzene sulfonic acid, orthohydroxy benzene sulfonic acid as the major product. But if the same reaction is done at 100 degrees centigrade, then the major product is para-hydroxy benzene sulfonic acid. Actually, it has been found that at low temperature a kinetically controlled product is formed, energy of activation of which is very low, whereas in case of when the reaction takes place at high temperature, it is a thermodynamically controlled product which has high electron energy of activation is formed. And if we want to convert, or if we treat this orthohydroxybenzene sulfonic acid with concentrated sulfuric acid at 100 degrees centigrade, then this is converted into its para isomer. Now, we will discuss Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction shown by phenol molecules. If you remember Friedel-Crafts reaction earlier, we have discussed that Friedel-Crafts reaction are generally not shown by the molecules which have active groups present on them. Now, in case of phenol, you already know that it has a hydroxy group which is quite active. So, phenol under normal condition do not undergo Friedel-Crafts alkylation. As you can see here that when phenol is treated upon with aluminum chloride, which is a Lewis acid, then it forms in a complex, and on this complex you can see that there is a positive charge on the phenolic oxygen. As a result, ortho and para position will get will become less electronegative, and in other words we can say ring deactivation is generated because of the attachment of aluminum chloride at the phenoxy oxygen, and that is why under normal conditions Friedel-Crafts alkylation does not take place with phenol. But what do we do if we want to undergo the reaction? Here you can see, first of all we protect the hydroxy group by undergoing or by reacting it with dimethyl sulfate, by converting it into its methyl ether and then undergoing the Friedel-Crafts alkylation. This reaction we have already done. The treatment of phenol with dimethyl sulfate generates methoxybenzene, which is a methyl ether of phenol, and in this way we are protecting the phenolic group. Now, when we treat this methoxybenzene with methyl chloride in presence of aluminum chloride, the alkyl group comes at ortho and para position, or in other words we can say that we get orthomethyl methoxybenzene and paramethyl methoxybenzene formed, which upon deprotection generates orthomethyl phenol and paramethyl phenol. They are also called orthocresol and paracresol. Phenol reacts with tertiary butyl chloride in presence of aluminum chloride and forms para-tertiary butyl phenol. This is an example of electrophilic aromatic substitution. Now, we will discuss the Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. Acylation means we treat the compound with acyl chloride. Here you can see that phenol is treated upon with butanoyl chloride in presence of aluminum chloride, and this group goes to the para position. And this is an example that is how we actually are preparing here. If keto group substituted phenol is formed here. Now, if the same molecule, the butanoyl chloride, is treated with phenol in presence of sodium hydroxide, then there is formation of ester. We have actually discussed this esterification reaction in the beginning of this presentation, and this reaction, the formation of ester by the reaction of acyl chloride with phenol, is the reaction due to acidic property of phenol, and here this reaction in which acyl chloride is treated upon with phenol in presence of aluminum chloride is an example of electrophilic substitution reaction, that is a Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. We can also use phenols for the preparation of hydroxy ketone preparation. Like in this particular example, phenol is first treated with aluminum chloride and forms phenoxy aluminum dichloride salt, which upon reaction with pentanoyl chloride forms 4-hydroxyphenyl normal pentyl ketone. A ketone is generated starting from phenol. Also, the same kind of preparation can be done by starting with protected phenol. First, phenol is converted into its methyl ether by the treatment with dimethyl sulfate, and then it is treated with propanoyl chloride. As a result, there is formation of this methoxy ketone. We will now summarize today's lecture. In the present lecture, we have discussed various reactions shown by phenol in which there is cleavage of oxygen hydrogen bond, and whenever there is cleavage of oxygen hydrogen bond or formation of proton, that is the properties shown by a particular compound due to its acidic nature. So, we have discussed the formation of esters, we have discussed the formation of ethers, and we have also discussed the reaction with ferric chloride. And the second major portion of the lecture is based on the electrophilic substitution reactions shown by phenol molecule. The reactions which we have discussed in detail here are nitration reaction, the nitrosation reaction, halogenation reaction, sulfonation reaction, Friedel-Crafts alkylation and Friedel-Crafts acylation. In the next lecture, we will discuss some of the electrophilic substitution reactions also, and then we will discuss the oxidation and reduction reactions shown by phenol. Thank you.